It's time. It's time now. The disrespect has to be checked. It's time. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, Cuban two-time Olympic gold medalist, now title contender who will be fighting for a world title this Saturday, Andy Cruz, who is 6 wins, no losses, 3 draws, at 30 years of age. He's going to take on 23 win, no loss, no draw, 17 win by way of knockout, 29-year-old Raymond Muratalla, who is the IBF lightweight world champion. With that said, Andy Cruz continues to disrespect, as you see here, the businessman, undefeated former WBO lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, who has 13 wins, no loss, no draw, 9 wins by way of knockout, Keyshawn, the businessman Davis, whom he beat 3 times in the amateurs and beat Keyshawn for Olympic gold medal. With that said, as you see, Andy Cruz continues to talk about Keyshawn is his son continuously, right? And now Andy Cruz is going to fight the biggest fight of his career against Raymond Muratalla, which I believe he's going to beat Raymond Muratalla. He has a great style to beat Raymond Muratalla. He'll become the world champion. And Andy Cruz is 30 years old. He's 30 because he stayed in the amateurs so long and Cuba didn't want to let him go. So by the time he got out the country, he was older. Now Keyshawn got a big fight himself coming up the following Saturday. So Andy Cruz is going to fight this Saturday, the 24th, and then Keyshawn's going to fight next Saturday, the 31st. Okay? As Keyshawn's going to take on a tough challenge as well, arguably the toughest challenge of his career, just like Andy Cruz is, as he's going to take on Jermaine Ortiz. Okay? But this is a fight that has been brewing, and Keyshawn now, should he get past Jermaine Ortiz, who is 20 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 10 wins by way of knockout, he gets past Jermaine Ortiz, who has a similar style. He's a pure boxer, range fighter, right? Counterpuncher, slick, like Andy Cruz. It's time. I know Keyshawn is talking about going to 147 and things of that nature and possibly fighting for world titles, so on and so forth. It's time for Keyshawn to focus on Andy Cruz. It's time for Keyshawn to focus on Andy Cruz. If Andy Cruz beats Raymond Muratalla, now I don't know about Keyshawn dropping back down to 35, right? But Andy Cruz could go up. His frame is big. He's just as big as Keyshawn, if not bigger. He could go to 140 and come back down to 35. Right? That needs to happen. And Andy Cruz can still, at 30, he could still, if he was to beat Keyshawn, drop to 35 and unify the belts, so on and so forth. That has to be the focal point for Keyshawn. If you're Keyshawn Davis, this dude beat you 3 times in the amateurs. He's talking about he's your daddy. He continuously disrespects Keyshawn Davis now. In the beginning, it was cool, it was fun. Now it's just disrespect. Now it's just flat out disrespect. Now it's time for Keyshawn to answer the bell and put pressure on Andy Cruz. And Andy Cruz beats Raymond Muratalla. That's a big win for him. He becomes a world champion. He's on the map officially. He's Olympic gold medalist. He beat you 3 times. Keyshawn is somewhat in no man's land, right? He don't know if he's going to stay at 40. He don't know if he's going to go to 47. Andy Cruz, you beat Jermaine Ortiz. Andy Cruz needs to be your focus. Put all the pressure on Andy Cruz and Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn to make the fight. And if they don't make the fight, then that's going to make Andy Cruz look bad. Because he's talking about all this daddy stuff and I'm your daddy and I own you, son, and all this son stuff. Now, you beat Jermaine Ortiz. You put all the pressure on Andy Cruz. Put your foot on his back. Put the pressure on him. Force him to take the fight. There is no bigger fight because Shakur is at 35. I mean, Shakur's going to 40 to fight on the same card as Keyshawn against Teofimo Lopez at 40. Tank Davis, we already know his situation. He ain't boxing no time soon. You ain't gonna see Tank in the boxing ring for at least a year, if not more. Right? So what's the big fight? Now he could unify the belts, but you could get big money and fight Keyshawn 140 and drop back down. It's only 5 pounds. Andy Cruz stays disciplined. Keyshawn got to put the pressure on Andy Cruz for the disrespect right now. Keyshawn said in a recent interview that if Andy Cruz win the belt, and especially if he knock out Raymond Martella, that's the fight he's looking for. Never mind him knocking him out. As long as he wins the fight, put all the pressure on him, force them to not take the fight, and all this daddy talk, he don't take the fight, he gonna look silly in the public eye. Doing all this talking about I'm your daddy and all this stuff, you my son. He don't take the fight. Now the pressure switches to him. He can't do this in the public no more. Nobody gonna take him serious. Like, bro, you had the opportunity to fight him. You talking like that. Put the pressure on Andy Cruz, Keyshawn. Now it doesn't cross the line of respect. And Andy Cruz is a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. Great talent. Let me stop saying great fighter. I don't know if he's a great fighter yet. He has great talent, right? But he's already 30 years old. Make it happen, man. Make it happen. That's where Keyshawn needs to apply the pressure. Force them to not take the fight. Then he can't go in the public eye talking about I'm your daddy. Period. And it's a big fight for Keyshawn. And it's only 5 pounds. Andy Cruz could go up 5 pounds and come back down if he want to unify the belts. Matter of fact, even if he loses to Keyshawn, he could go back down and still defend the belts like Hector Garcia did against Tank. Still do it. But let me know what y'all think, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, or one word. I'm gone. Peace.